Hey Embers, welcome back to the channel and welcome to June's wrap-up video. So first of all, I'm going to address the fact that I am in a pyjama snood thing. The honest truth is that I totally forgot to film the wrap-up, so I'm filming this quite late at night. So I am in my pyjamas, for full disclosure. I did not want to get dressed and ready to make this video, so you're just going to have to excuse what I look like. But in this video, of course, every month we talk about all of the video games that I have bought, both physically and digitally, and all the video games that I've played during the month. This is going to be quite a big wrap-up, actually. I have a lot to talk about when it comes to video games. We are in July. I just can't. Before I talk about games that I've bought, I want to talk to you a little bit about platinum hunting. So, you guys will know I got a PlayStation 5 for Christmas last year, and I decided that every game I wanted to play, I was going to platinum, and I've done quite well with that. I think I've got 12 or 13 platinums. I have put platinums on pause. Honestly, it was becoming a huge burnout for me. I had to strategically pick and choose games I wanted to play based on if I could platinum them. And one of the games that really put a stopper on it, and we'll talk about it a little bit later, is Batman Arkham Asylum. Yep. So I have put my platinum trophy hunt on pause. If I collect trophies organically, as you do, that's fine. But I am not going to push to get platinums because honestly, it was just burning me out, like I say. And it was really fun until it wasn't. And I'm sure you can understand that. So this has meant that I have played a lot more games because I'm having to be less picky about what I can play. So let's start and talk about games that I have physically bought. The short answer is I haven't physically bought any games this month, but there is a bit more to talk about. So I bought PlayStation Premium this month, which has obviously opened up a big catalogue for me. So a lot of the games we're going to talk about that are digital purchases are as a result of PlayStation Premium. So not technically purchased, but they're from having the premium subscription. And we have to talk about the showcases that has happened this month. So the Xbox game showcase happened. I'm looking over here because I've got my list. I thought that was a good, solid showcase, the Xbox showcase. So for me, the new Dragon Age game I'm really excited for. The new Fable, I am scared but excited. And the new Life is Strange game. I haven't actually played a Life is Strange game yet, but I'm hoping to get into those for the channel. Of course, we had a State of Play as well from PlayStation, and the only thing that caught my eye on the State of Play, I do think it was a solid showcase as well, but for me, just the new Astro Bot game. And then, of course, we also had a Nintendo Direct. Again, quite a solid showcase. We had one of each, pretty much, so really, really busy June. Not much for me on the Nintendo Direct showcase, but of course a new Zelda game was announced, which I will be keeping my eye on. Let's get straight on to digital purchases, and I will flick through these as quickly as I can. There is a lot because, of course, like someone with new toys, I got premium and I downloaded a lot. So, DC League of Super Pets, I will talk more about that on games I've played. Destroy All Humans 2, I got for my husband, we'll talk about that a little bit later. Horizon Forbidden West, I thought that was the first game, it's the second game, so I've uninstalled that so I can play the first game because I'd love to get into the Horizon franchise. I got Lake for the PlayStation 5, I have previously played that on the Xbox, I've spoke about Lake a little bit here. The first Life is Strange game, Spirit of the North, again I'm going through these very, very quickly, we'll talk about some more in games I've played. Telling Lies, Unpacking, the Sims 4 City Living expansion pack, that was free on Premium. Just going back to Unpacking again, you've probably seen my announcement that the next game on this channel will be Unpacking, so we'll see about that. And that actually is a platinum journey for that one, because that was done before I put platinums on pause. Sorry, I am going so quickly. So they're the ones from Premium. Then we're moving into actual digital purchases. I purchased Harvest Moon Light of Hope plus the Season Pass on the PlayStation 5, which cost me £4.28 for both, so I thought that was a good deal. And we're now going back to Premium. Sorry, my list is so jumbled. I downloaded Tomb Raider Legend, of course, I love Tomb Raider Legend, Heavy Rain, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. And finally, for digital purchases, I am streaming Oblivion and Brave. They're PlayStation 3 games. I've never done cloud streaming before. We're going to talk about that a little bit more on games I've played as well. So we're finally moving on to games I've played. Again, this is a huge month for me for video gaming. I'm so sorry that this is quite a lot of information at once. So, of course, I've been continuing to play Harvest Moon Back to Nature. Not going to talk about it too much. It's a current playthrough on this channel, so you'll know all about it. Dark Cloud I finished this month. I love Dark Cloud, one of my favourite PlayStation 2 games, and I did actually platinum Dark Cloud, and I was really, really pleased that I managed to platinum that. But again, I love that game so much, and it was kind of spoiling my enjoyment a little bit because I knew I was forced to do this thing. It was a lot of grinding. I don't like grinding in video games, I'll tell you that. I'm not a grindy player, so I think that is one of the reasons that the platinum journey just wasn't working out for me. But love, love, love Dark Cloud, and I did platinum it. Not going to talk about it too much. We'll move straight on to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, the original one. Me and my husband still play that on the Xbox One. We play on like the Bakara map and that kind of thing. I don't know about the campaign, anything like that. I just play it with my husband. I did try and play DC League of Super Pets. This was before I put my platinums on pause, and I thought that would be an easy platinum to get. However, I will warn you, maybe not for everybody, trophies were bugged on my PlayStation 5. They did not pop at all. So I stopped playing, and luckily nothing popped before I stopped playing, so I just sort of uninstalled that. But honestly, I love DC anyway. I love Batman, as you know. But honestly, I got that one for an easy platinum. And again, that's my point. I was downloading games just to get easy platinums. That's not really how you should play games, I don't think. I mean, play them however you want, but for me, that didn't work. Destroy All Humans 2. My husband loves the Destroy All Human games. I think they're quite fun too. He did platinum that on the PlayStation 5, so one of the platinums is his. He loves them. I think they're quite fun. For Destroy All Humans 2, it's actually the reprobed version on the PlayStation 5. There is a multiplayer, which we tried for a little bit, and it did not go well. I definitely think that's a single-player game, and we'll leave it at that. I started replaying Breath of the Wild, speaking of Zelda, for a little bit, but that's on pause as well, so I'm not going to talk about that too much. As you can see, I've played a lot of games. I'm so out of breath. I platinumed Telling Lies. Again, that was before my platinum journey. Very short game, very strange game. I've never played anything like Telling Lies before. So how do I describe Telling Lies? So it's live action, and it's all... The story is all through short video clips, and you have to piece together what's happened. And it's really difficult to talk about the game without spoilers. It's not the kind of game I usually enjoy. I'm glad I played it. I probably wouldn't play anything like it again though. And again, simply because it was an easier platinum, that's why I bought it. I'm glad that I played it, but I probably wouldn't play it again. So now we move on to unpacking. I can't talk about unpacking at all because it's the next gameplay video on this channel, so stay tuned for that. Played Astro's Playroom again a little bit, obviously to get the Dune trophy, which was... What was the Dune trophy? A video game I haven't played. I can't remember, honestly. I'm sorry, but I'm sure you guys know. Arkham Asylum. Now let's talk about Batman, because you know I'm a huge Batman fan. So I bought Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, the Return to Arkham, digitally last month, I believe it was. And I thought, I can platinum Arkham Asylum. I love that game to death. I've got every single trophy but 2 of the Combat and Predator map trophies. Those final 2, I can't do it. I'll be totally honest with you. I love the Batman Arkham games, but the Combat challenges, the Predator challenges, some of the AR challenges for Arkham Knight, the Batmobile challenges, I can't do them. And I was getting so upset, like, this is so embarrassing, but genuinely crying because this was the end of my platinum journey. And I was trying so hard to get these damn combos and everything else, and I just couldn't do it. I've got every other trophy but the last 2, so it's really did upset me. And I thought, you're getting far too upset over this, so that's why the platinum journey is paused. Of course, I love Arkham Asylum, and it was just ruining my enjoyment of the game, so that's the large reason that platinums have paused. But yes, played through all of Arkham Asylum this month, and I absolutely loved it. Next up, a new game, Spirit of the North. So I finished that game, and it was... I'd been wanting to play Spirit of the North for ages because you play as a fox, and oh, that's right up my street. I haven't played Stray yet, actually, on a side note. I want to. But Spirit of the North, you play as a fox. Now, I love the setting. I love the music. I love almost everything about this game. It's very short and sweet. The one thing I don't like, and I'm specifically talking about PlayStation 5, the controls are janky as anything. Your fox character does not jump where you want him to jump. It was so hard to play the game because of the jumping, purely the jumping. The mechanics of everything is just so janky, so I would not recommend it on PlayStation 5. I don't know how it plays on other systems, so you'll have to let me know. But purely because of the control scheme, I wouldn't play it again. And again, that was one of the reasons that I stopped my platinum hunt, because the idea of platinuming that game with the control system, I couldn't do it. I barely got through the game because of how, but I did finish it, but I barely got through it because of how bad the controls were. But there is a Spirit of the North 2 coming out, and I will be willing to play it if they sort the controls out. So we're nearly there, guys. I am so sorry. As you can see, I've played so many games this month. Thank you, Platinum. Not Platinum. Thank you, Premium. Not thank you, Platinum. So next up, Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen. I am currently playing. I really wanted to get into the Dragon's Dogma franchise. I'm enjoying it, but I've had a very stressful month this month, let's put it that way. So learning a new game has been difficult, the mechanics of a new game. My biggest criticism for Dragon's Dogma, even though I'm really enjoying it at the moment, is the lack of fast travel points, the lack of locations you can fast travel to. I am going back and forth on the map, and it's doing my head in, to be honest. I am not, like I say, I discussed my personal struggles with Elden Ring. Dragon's Dogma is similar for me. The combat, obviously, everything is far easier, I believe, but there's just too much of it, is the short version. I love questing, I love just exploring and this and that. And for Dragon's Dogma, it's much better for me than Elden Ring was, but there's still way too much of a focus on combat for me, because I do prefer more sort of chiller RPGs, shall we say. But I am getting on with it. You'll probably hear more about it in next month's wrap-up. That's all I really have to say about it for now. And finally, the final game is The Elder Scrolls IV Oblivion, my favourite game, one of my favourite games of all time. As I say, I've been very stressed and under the weather this month. I'm not going to go too much into it, but a lot of life stuff has happened, and I as a person need my comfort things. And if you follow my other channel where we discuss the movies, TV shows and films that I've watched, movies, TV shows and films, movies, TV shows and books that I've watched/read, you will see that a huge theme for me at sort of the later end of June was needing to get back into comfort things. And Oblivion for me is the perfect cozy game, and I just needed it. I just really, really needed it. So I am currently playing Oblivion, and Dragon's Dogma has been put on the back burner just to de-stress, decompress. Now, Oblivion I am playing on the PlayStation 5 for the first time through cloud streaming. Never done cloud streaming before, so it was a little bit confusing at first. And I didn't know that you timed out if you put it away for a bit, like it times you out for other players. So that was a new experience. I am enjoying Oblivion on the PlayStation 5, but I'm going to retract a previous statement I made on this channel. I think on this channel before I have said that the Elder Scrolls games play better on PlayStation for me, because I started them on the PlayStation 3. I'm retracting that statement. I think the Elder Scrolls games play better on the Xbox. That should be obvious for most of you who know the history, but I am formally retracting and apologise for my statement. I do think the Elder Scrolls games do play better on the Xbox, having played Skyrim and Oblivion on the PlayStation 5. So this is my formal plea, I retract my statement, I apologise. But yes, love Oblivion, don't want to talk about it too much. I just needed some cosy comfort, as you can see. So that's it, all of the games I've bought and played. Such a big wrap up compared to some of the previous ones, and that's largely again because of buying premium. So thank you very much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you like this kind of thing. I'm sorry it's so long, and until next time, bye Embers.